Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Thursday, March 17, 2022. Time is 3:32 p.m. Yes, of course, Jersey time. All right, another sex story involving children and police officers. This is reported on WAVY.com. Boys, I've been getting a lot of stories off that website. This is at the Newport News, Virginia. Jury trial continued for former Newport News police officer and babysitter charged with child sex crimes. There you go. All right, let's find out. I did not read the story, so I don't know exactly what's going on here. Former Newport News police officer Robert Jones and resident Christy Klein, accused of sex crimes against a child, had their jury trial continued on Monday. Court documents say the alleged crimes happened more than 10 years ago inside Klein's home. So the female is enabling this. Documents show Klein was the girl's babysitter and had a relationship with Jones. All right, so she's a babysitter. She's a badge bunny running around with a cop. Okay, so and she's a babysitter. She's around a kid. So let's keep going. The victim reported the allegations to Williamsburg police in June of 2018 when she was 22 years old. Documents say she recounted what happened to officials at her babysitter's house when she was between the ages of 12 and 14. Oh, all right. So the parents are dropping the girl off at the age of 12 off to Klein's house, and Klein invites her boyfriend, the cop, over. Okay. She told Newport News investigation on 3 different occasions that Jones allegedly had sex with her and Klein participated. See, what I find unusual about this is most of this child crap that the cops do really is men doing this. So it's odd that you hear a female, though we did have a story a while back, not too long ago, about a state trooper with his girlfriend, and she was a trooper too, I believe, that was involved in child's underage sex. Another time she alleged Jones and Klein were having sex and made her take part. She also spoke of a time when Jones allegedly forced himself on her, but there was no mention if Klein was in the room. Probably not. Who knows? What's the difference? You know, they're violating this young girl. They're deflowering her. They're, just children, kids at that age of sex, at that young of age of sex, are going to grow up one of 2 ways. Either they're going to be having a lot of sex, or they're not going to be having sex. They're going to have problems with sex, or they, a girl like that could, I'm not saying she will, but she could become a lesbian, be disgusted by men. You never know what's going on. But they're, children at that age having sex at that early of age always end up going down a path is probably not good. In March of 2019, Police Chief Steve Drew held a press conference explaining why there was a large time gap between the report and the arrests. Because the incident situation time frame was in the past, it was a complex case to work out, Drew said. Both Jones and Klein were arrested and charged with multiple sex crimes in 2019. Back then, police said that Jones was placed on administrative leave without pay, pending the results of administrative investigation. 10 on your side has since learned Jones is no longer with the police department. A new trial date has not been set at this time. And there you go. So you have a 12 to 14-year-old girl going over to the babysitter's house. No mention as to how old the babysitter was, or I don't recall. And the babysitter is a badge bunny and has her cop come over, and as we all know, that many of them have sexual problems, and I'm sure the cop probably convinced the girl to get involved. They probably were both sex freaks, and here we are. I'm doing a story about it. So, all right, I'll put this link in the description. You can go read the story yourself. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Till next time.